everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's me again and I'm back with a new workout video, and this time we're going to do a core control workout. If you find this workout too hard, you can check out my other workout videos as well, because I also do the flexibility floor workouts, which are a lot easier than this one that we're about to do now, so that might be more suitable for you depending on your level. Just before we begin the session, I just want to say, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that so you don't miss any of my upcoming workout videos. I upload every Tuesday and Saturday. Let's begin today's workout, so just grab your mat and we'll dive right in. So we're going to start in a standing position. Place your feet hip width apart on the floor, stand up tall, lift the chest, roll back the shoulders, lower them down and away from the ears. And then inhale, reach your arms above the head, reach up as tall as you can. And exhale as you lower the arms down by your side. Same thing again, breathe in as you reach. And breathe out, lower the arms down by your side. Keep moving with your breath. Inhale as you lift. And exhale, lower the arms. Now inhale, reach your arms above the head, and then next time you breathe out, flex at the hip. Come all the way down to the floor. Relax the arms and the neck, soft bend through the knees. Inhale, reach your arms above the head. So you come back up, reach up as tall as you can. Breathe out, flex at the hip, come all the way down to the floor. Inhale as you come up. Do one more. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, come all the way down to the floor. And stay in your forward fold. So you can walk out the legs, bend one knee at a time. You'll feel a stretch through the back of the opposite leg. And then bring your hands to the mat and then slowly walk out on your hands to your plank position. So make sure your hands are directly under the shoulders. Engage your core, draw the navel towards the spine, squeeze your glutes. So your spine is in neutral position. Now exhale, flex at the hips, stretch back onto your heels. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, flex at the hips, stretch back onto your heels. Inhale, come back to plank. So just keep moving with your breath. Whenever you're in downward facing dog, make sure your ears are directly between your arms. Inhale, come back forward. Now, if you want to, as you flex at the hip, breathe out and then tap your right leg with your left hand. Inhale, place your left hand to the floor. Come back to plank. Exhale, flex at the hip and tap your left leg with your right hand. Inhale, place your right hand back to the mat. Back to plank. So just keep going from side to side. Move with your breath. If this is too challenging, just keep both hands on the floor. Do one more each side. Back to plank. So again, make sure your spine is in neutral position. Now see if you can lift your hand off the floor and tap the shoulder, and then lower the hand back to the floor. Same thing, opposite side. So it might help if you bring the feet out just a little bit wider than hip width apart for balance. And then just alternate arm. Try to do it slow and controlled. So if this is too hard, just drop the knees to the floor. Do the same thing here. So the goal is to keep your hip as still as possible. So try not to lean too much to one side as you lift the hand. Do one more each arm. And then lower the hand back to the floor. Flex at the hips, stretch back onto your heels. Walk the legs out, do little pulses with your feet. And then come forward to plank and then step forward with your left foot. So place it next to your left hand, bend the back knee, and then adjust the feet if you need to. So you want to come forward and push the hip forward so that you feel a stretch in the hip on your right side. So you might want to move the leg back a little bit. And then as you exhale, straighten the front leg and lean forward. So you'll feel a stretch through the back of your left leg. Inhale, come forward. So press the hip forward, you'll feel a stretch on your right side through the front of the hip. Exhale, sit back onto your heel and point the toes towards you. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, sit back onto your heel. Do 2 more. And then come forward again, place both hands on the floor, tuck the toes on your back foot. Lift the back knee and then walk your hands around so that you come into a wide leg forward fold. Adjust the feet if you need to. And then you stay here for 2 deep breaths. And then walk with your hands over towards the opposite foot. So you should be facing the other direction now. Lower the back knee to the floor, untuck the toes, and then place your hands on the front knee. Push the hip forward so you should feel a stretch through the hip on your left side. And then breathe out, sit back onto your heels, straighten the front leg, point the toes towards you on your front foot. Inhale, come back. And exhale, sit back onto your heel. So you'll feel a stretch on the back of your right leg. So just keep moving with your breath. Do 2 more. And last one coming up. Good. And then place your hands on your mat, tuck the toes on your back foot, and then lift back so you're back to plank. And then from here, breathe out and bring your left knee to your left elbow. Inhale, bring the foot back to the floor. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, back to the floor. So just keep going from side to side. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale on the way back. Now, if you want to make it more challenging, this is going to require quite a lot of arm strength. So now if you want to, as you bring the knee forward, bend the elbows, lower the chest to the floor, inhale, push back up. Same thing, opposite side. Very good. Now, if you want to, you can use the back knee to get back up. So come forward, drop the back knee, push back up, and then come back up on your toes. Same thing, opposite side. Do 1 more each side. And last one. And then just sit back onto your heels and rest. Now from here, tuck the toes under and lift up to downward facing dog. And then from here, come forward to plank. And then lower yourself to the floor, slow and controlled, elbows close to your ribs. Untuck the toes, lift the chest. So lift as high as you feel comfortable. Lower back to the floor. Tuck the toes and then push yourself up to plank. So you can use the knees or your toes. And then flex at the hips, stretch back onto your heels. Back to downward facing dog. Same thing again, so come forward to plank. Find your neutral spine, lower to the floor, slow and controlled. Untuck the toes, lift the chest. Lift as high as you feel comfortable, shoulders away from the ears. Lower back to the floor. Tuck the toes, push back up. And flex at the hip, come back to downward facing dog. Do the same thing one more time. And then come back to downward facing dog. Just walk the legs out, do little pulses with your feet, bending one knee at a time. And then drop the knees to the floor, bring your knees out mat distance apart, toes together, and then just sit back onto your heels and rest. Now from here, lift up to plank. And then bring your heels over to the right side. And then reach your arm up over your head. Now inhale, drop the hip just a little bit. And then exhale, lift the hip as high as you can, reach the arm above the head. Inhale, drop the hip. Exhale, push back up, lift the hip as high as you can, reach the arm above the head. Inhale as you lower. If this is too challenging, you can bend the bottom knee and come down on your elbow and lift up as you exhale. Inhale, lower back to the floor. Or you can stay up on your feet and just do little pulses. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. Do 2 more. Last one coming up. And then lower the hip to the floor. Bend the knees. So you come into a seated position. And then place your left hand on your left calf. Reach your right arm above the head. Reach as far as you can to the left. And then place your right hand behind you. Sweep your left arm around in a circle. Lift the hip. Open up the chest. And then come back down the same way. So grab your left calf with your left hand. Reach with your right arm. Same thing again. Do 1 more. Very good. And then just bring the legs over to the other side. So we're gonna come up into the side plank again, so whichever you did on the first side. So come up on your feet or keep the bottom knee bent and stay down on your elbow. And then exhale, lift the hip, reach with the arm. Inhale as you drop the hip. Exhale as you lift and reach. Inhale, drop the hip. Do 4 more. last one coming up. Very good, and then just lower down to the floor, bend the knees. And then grab a hold of your right calf with your right hand, reach your left arm above the head, reach as far as you can to the right, and then place your left hand behind you, sweep your right arm around in a circle, lift the hip, open up the chest. And come back down the same way. Do 2 more. Last one. And come back down. Very good. Now sit with your legs out in front. Now keep your left leg straight, point the toes on your left foot, and then bring your right foot in. And then reach as far as you can, grab a hold of the ankle or the foot, and then take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, try to turn the chest to face the sidewall. Exhale, reach the arm above the head, reach as far as you can. Keep the arm directly over the ear. Inhale, reach the arm back. Exhale, reach the arm above the head, reach as far as you can. Inhale on the way back. So try to stretch a little bit deeper each time you breathe out. Do 2 more. And last one. And come back up, very good. Same thing opposite side. So extend your right leg out long, point the toes on your right foot, bring your left foot in, reach as far as you can, so grab a hold of the foot or ankle depending on how flexible you are. Take a deep breath in, again turn the chest to face the sidewall, and then exhale as you reach the arm above the head. Try to keep the arm directly over the ear, stack the shoulders. Inhale, bring the arm back down. Exhale as you reach. And inhale as you come back. Do 3 more. Last one coming up. And then come back up. Very good. Bring both legs out in front. Keep your knees slightly bent. Sit up nice and tall. Engage your core. Keep your spine flat. And then hold your arms in front. Lean back as far as you feel comfortable. Breathe out, rotate to the right. Extend your arms. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, rotate to the left. Extend your arms. Inhale as you go through center. Now, if you want to make it more challenging, see if you can lift your feet off the floor. Lift the chest, keep your spine flat. Just keep going from side to side. Inhale through center. Exhale as you reach. Do 2 more each side. And final side. Come back to center and then lower the feet back to the floor. Very good. Now extend both legs out long on the floor. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, just slide the hands forward. Try to touch the toes if you can. And then come back up, sit up nice and tall, and then just slowly lower it down on your back. Extend your arms above the head, and then you can either hold the arms above the head or bring the arms down by your side as you roll back up to a seated position, slow and controlled. Take a deep breath in and exhale. As you reach, try to grab a hold of the feet. Sit up nice and tall as you go through center. And then slowly roll down to the floor again. And like I said, you can hold your arms above the head if you want to make it more challenging. So roll up with your arms above the head. Inhale, reach as high as you can. Exhale as you fold, try to grab a hold of your feet. And then come back up, reach your arms above the head. And roll back down to the floor. And then just roll down to the floor and finish off on your back. So just bend the knees and keep your feet hip width apart on the floor. Find your neutral spine, so it should be a little bit of space between your spine and the mat. Now extend both legs and lift the feet off the floor. Keep your legs straight and then place your hands behind your ears. And then breathe out, bring the elbows together, draw the chin towards the chest, lift up, inhale, bring the feet out about mat distance apart, lower the head to the floor, exhale, lift up, bring your feet together and lift the head, inhale, come back down, bring the feet out wide, exhale, feet together, tuck the chin, lift up, and inhale as you lower. Try to keep your legs straight. If that's too hard, you can bend the knees and just do the crunches, so lifting the head off the floor without moving the legs. Do 5 more. Last one coming up. And then bring the knees to your chest and rest. Now bring your knees to 90 degrees and then your arms down by your side, palms facing up. And then inhale, reach your arms. So you take your arms around in a circle above the head. And then as you exhale, bring the arms back down the same way, and then draw the chin towards the chest and lift up. Inhale, lower the head to the floor and bring your arms above the head. So you take your arms around in a circle, exhale, lift the head, arms down by your side, inhale, come back to the starting position with your arms above the head. Now if you want to make it more challenging, extend your legs, and instead of keeping the legs straight up, lower them slightly to the floor so you have that angle. And then inhale, reach your arms above the head, and exhale, lift the head. Inhale, lower the head to the floor, arms above the head, exhale, lift up. So if you want to make it more challenging, just bring the feet closer to the floor and try to keep your legs completely still. Spine in neutral position. Do 4 more. Last one coming up. then just bring your knees to your chest, wrap your arms around the knees and rest. Now extend your legs again, flex the feet, point the toes towards you, and then bring your arms out in front, palms together, and then exhale, draw the chin towards the chest, lift the shoulder blades off the floor, try to reach for your toes. Inhale, lower back to the floor. Same thing again, exhale, reach, inhale as you come back down. Just keep moving with your breath. Try to keep your legs straight, reach as high as you can. Now, if it's too challenging to keep your legs straight, you can bend the knees and then reach for your feet by keeping the knees bent instead. So you can hold your hands between your knees, then lift up, reach for the feet. Do 4 more. Last one. And then just bring your knees to your chest again, wrap your arms around the legs. Just rock from side to side. Just take a few deep breaths here. And then bring your feet back to the floor. Place your feet hip width apart on the floor. And then push your lower back into the mat, squeeze your glutes. Breathe out, lift the glutes or the hips off the floor. Inhale, slowly lower back down to the floor. Exhale, lift up. So make sure you squeeze your glutes, use your glutes to lift. And inhale, come back down. So breathe out, lift up. And inhale to lower. Now you can keep both feet on the floor, or if you want to make it more challenging, lift up and then lift your left leg off the floor. Keep that leg straight. Inhale, lower the hip, slow and control. And then exhale, push back up. Lower the left foot to the floor. Lift the right foot off the floor. Keep your right leg straight. Slowly lower down as you inhale. Exhale, push back up. So if you are doing the one leg version, make sure you don't drop the hip on one side. So you want to keep your hips parallel with the floor. Do 2 more, so 1 each side. And then just lower back to the floor and relax. Now from here, come over onto your tummy. Place your hands about chest height, keep your elbows close to your ribs. Now from here, push yourself up to plank as you breathe out, so you can use the knees or your toes. So draw the navel towards the spine, lift the bottom half of your ribs, breathe out, push up. Very good. Now lift your left foot off the floor and then bring your knee to your elbow. So left knee, left elbow, hold. And then bring the left knee over to the right elbow, hold. And then extend the leg out long behind you, keep the foot off the floor, spine in neutral position. And then slowly lower yourself back to the floor, so you can keep the leg off the floor or keep both feet on the floor. And then just slowly lower yourself back to the floor and relax. So we'll do the same thing again, but on the opposite side. So tuck your toes under, inhale, and then as you exhale, lift up or push yourself up to a plank. Lift your right foot off the floor. And then right knee, right elbow, hold. Right knee, left elbow, hold. And then extend the leg out behind you. And then keep your foot off the floor, slowly lower yourself all the way down to the floor and relax. So just sit back onto your heels. And then tuck the toes under, lift up to downward facing dog. Walk the legs out, do little pulses with the feet. And then come forward to plank. Bring your left knee to the chest, lower the knee to the floor, drop the back knee, untuck the toes on your back foot. So if you want to get a deeper stretch, bring the left foot closer to the hands. Make sure you keep your hips parallel with the floor, so you can stay up on your hands or come down on your elbows, or lower the forehead all the way down to the floor. Just take 3 deep breaths here. And then come back up on your hands, tuck the toes on your back foot, and then lift back to downward facing dog. Walk the legs out, bring one heel as close to the floor as you can as you bend the opposite knee. And then when you're ready, come back to plank again. Bring your right knee forward this time, lower the back knee, untuck the toes on your back foot. Again, you can adjust the stretch by bringing the foot closer to the hands. And again, you can stay up on your hands or come down on your elbows or lower the forehead all the way down to the floor. Just take 3 deep breaths here. And then from here, come back up on your hands, tuck the toes on your back foot, lift back to downward facing dog. Stay here for 2 deep breaths. And then slowly walk with your hands back towards the feet. And then from here, just slowly uncurl the spine and come back up standing. Stand up tall at the top, interlace your fingers behind your back, take a deep breath in as you open up the chest. And breathe out, release the hands. Well done, we are done for today. Alright, that is it for this workout. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I will be back again on Tuesday with a new workout video, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure you do that so you don't miss any of my upcoming workout videos. I upload every Tuesday and Saturday. But thanks again for joining me for these workouts. I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye!